Do you wonder why it's so hard for you to stay away from all the junk food that you keep promising yourself that you're not going to eat anymore? It's because sugar is highly, highly addictive. Sugar is actually 6 to 8 times more addictive than cocaine is. There are lots of different studies out there, and although some of the details may vary, the one thing that they all agree on is that sugar is highly, highly addictive. The fact that it's more addictive than cocaine really kind of gives you a little bit of insight as to why it's so hard to stay away from those foods when we see them, because we essentially are drug addicts, and when we see them, it's a trigger. So it makes things a lot harder when you go into work tomorrow and there's a pack of cupcakes on the table, or maybe an open package of Oreos on the counter. If you were an alcoholic, or you had, problem with drinking a little bit too much alcohol, you're not going to have a problem during the day at work. If you work in an office, it's pretty easy to avoid. But food and sugar, it's everywhere. And for somebody like me, the information that I'm about to give you really, really helped. So there are 2 different kinds of people when it comes to things like this. There are abstainers and there are moderators. And a moderator is somebody, maybe Nancy, the lady that sits next to you at the office, and she can go into the kitchen and she can get 1 cupcake and come back out to her desk and eat it as a snack. And maybe she won't even finish it because it's okay. She just wanted a little something sweet and she's gonna skip lunch today. And then there are abstainers, and that's me. If I go into the kitchen and find that open pack of cupcakes and I allow myself to even have 1 bite or even 1 Oreo, that is it. That is end of story, game over for any kind of diet or way of eating that I'm trying to do, or if I'm trying to avoid eating sugar. I can't have just 1. And knowing the difference between an abstainer and a moderator really, really helped me to know that this is a thing. I'm not alone, and I'm not the only one that can't have just 1. And it really put things into perspective for me and helped me realize that the fact that I can't have just 1 is exactly that. It's a fact. It's not something that I can negotiate with. And since I made that decision and realized that, I have found that the carnivore diet really is the best way for me right now to eat and to be at peace, and to know that because those things are off the table for me, I am not tempted by them, because I don't eat like that anymore. Instead, I eat bacon and eggs and cheese, and every now and then that I do get that craving, like, wow, I wish I could have something sweet, I just make more bacon, or I'll have just a little slice of cheese. There are so many different ways that you can take yourself off sugar by putting different items on the table, so to speak, and giving yourself better options that will help you be a healthier person. And acknowledging that you have that problem with the sugar and the carbs really is the first step towards making that change, and replacing those items with things like high fat, high, good quality protein is really going to make all the difference for you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and please follow me on Facebook and Instagram and here on YouTube. My name is the same across the board, Carnivore Running Mom.